Okay, let's dive into this. Home security. It's something we all think about, right? We want that feeling of, safety.
Definitely. Peace of mind.
But lately, it feels like these systems, well, they're doing the opposite sometimes, like adding to the stress with just this constant barrage of
Oh,
alerts.
absolutely. You get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Motion detected, person detected,
Yeah.
again and again.
Yeah. And you just end up swiping them away. Has anyone else like done that? Just ignored them? And then later you realize, oh wait, that package got
And
delivered.
then it disappeared.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you technically got the notification, but it didn't actually help.
It's a super common frustration. I mean, the idea behind them is good, keep us informed, keep us secure.
Sure.
But the sheer number of alerts and often how, well, irrelevant they are,
Yeah.
it leads to this notification blindness, basically.
Blindness. Yeah. You just stop looking.
You stop paying attention, and then the system isn't really providing the security it promised, is it? You're still wondering, did the kids get home okay? What was that noise?
Hmm?
It's more mental load. Right. Less reassurance. It feels like these systems are just fundamentally reactive. They tell you what happened.
After the fact. Always after.
Maybe you get some grainy video, but
Hmm.
yeah, after it's done. Think about that stolen package again. You probably got an alert for the delivery, maybe even a few more as people walk past your house later.
Or the wind blew a branch.
Right. But did any of that actually stop the theft? Probably not. So we have all this data, these alerts, but it's not really, helping in the moment.
And that really points to a big limitation, doesn't it? The reliance on really simple triggers, like basic logic.
Motion, sound.
Exactly. Motion, sound, but without any real grasp of what's causing it. So, you know, the neighbor's cat jumping on the porch triggers the same kind of alert as someone genuinely suspicious trying your door.
Right. No context.
That inability to understand context, that's the real root of the notification fatigue we were talking about.
And then there's the whole headache of just trying to make different bits of tech play nicely together.
Ugh, yeah.
You've got maybe a camera from one brand, a smart lock from another, maybe that video doorbell everyone seems to have.
All different companies.
And each one needs its own app, its own login, its own setup dance you have to do.
Right, yeah.
You end up juggling, what, like 5, 6 different apps on your phone?
Yeah.
Trying to patch together this security blanket that just feels messy.
Fragmented is a good
Yeah.
word for it. It's honestly pretty complex to manage effectively.
Yeah, it really is.
And what's interesting or maybe concerning is how this complexity hits some people harder than others.
How so?
Well, think about, say, busy parents, juggling work, childcare, maybe school runs, or someone caring for elderly parents.
Okay, go
Or
on.
even just someone who isn't like super techie. They don't live and breathe this stuff.
Like, they just want it to work.
Exactly. And these are often the people who could most benefit from that genuine peace of mind security should offer, but they're the least likely to have the spare hours or, frankly, the inclination to wrestle with complicated setups and endless alerts
So it just becomes another chore, another stressor.
instead of a comfort.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the current picture, but frustrating, pretty reactive. But let's shift gears. We looked into a different approach from a company called ELLO, and their whole philosophy seems quite different.
Okay.
Their core idea is that home security should be, well, simple, intuitive, and I like this word, empowering.
Empowering. Okay, interesting.
Their mission statement is to empower AI to prevent and protect. And their vision is to create neighborhoods that feel safe, not just monitored.
That is a different angle. Not just watching, but feeling safe.
It feels like a real departure from just, sticking another camera up.
It really does. So instead of focusing purely on the hardware, better resolution, more sensitive motion sensors, that kind of thing, ELLO seems to be focusing on the intelligence behind it.
Right.
They call their platform Gen AI powered, and they talk about it less like a device and more like a conversation partner.
A conversation partner. Okay, that immediately sounds different.
Totally different interaction model, right?
Yeah, so you're not downloading another app that's just going to get lost on page 3 of your phone screen.
Apparently not. The idea is it works through messaging platforms people already use constantly. Things like WhatsApp or Telegram.
Okay, so you just message it.
Seems like it. It integrates into your existing digital habits rather than forcing you to learn a whole new system. You just, talk to your security system like you'd text a friend.
Huh. That simplicity? What did that actually let you do, though?
Well, that's where it gets interesting. Take that example of checking if your kids are home. Instead of scrubbing through video feeds.
Which takes forever.
Right. You could just send ELLO a message, something like, "Has Josh arrived home?"
And it tells you?
The aim is, yes, it's designed to understand the question and give you the info like the last time Josh was seen, where, maybe even who he was with, based on how it interprets the scene.
Wow, okay. That sounds incredibly useful.
Hmm.
But how does it get that level of understanding? That seems like a huge leap from just motion detected.
It is a big leap. And that's where the AI comes in, presumably. It uses advanced AI models, kind of like the ones used for, really good image recognition or understanding language.
Okay.
But these are specifically trained on tons and tons of data from home environments and security situations. So it learns patterns.
Patterns like
Hmm.
what's normal versus what's not.
Exactly. It learns to tell the difference between, say, your dog wandering around, which is normal, and an unfamiliar person maybe trying the back door, which is not.
So it's learning over time. That makes more sense than just a fixed rule.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just checking in. Think about that package delivery again.
Okay.
Instead of just the delivered alert and then maybe, like you said, alerts every time the wind blows.
Yeah, the annoying ones.
You could potentially tell ELLO something specific like, monitor my parcel and alert me if anyone takes it.
Okay, so you're giving it a task.
Right. And the key difference is it's trying to understand who is interacting with the package. So if, say, your mom pops by and picks it up for you,
Right, a familiar face.
ELLO could ideally recognize that's different from someone unknown walking off with it. And the alert you get might include a snapshot, giving you that vital context. Is it mom or is it someone I don't recognize?
So it's not just seeing movement near the package. What level of understanding are we talking about there? Is it recognizing the package itself or analyzing behavior, like someone acting shifty?
It sounds like it aims for both. The AI needs to recognize objects, the package, people, maybe even cars, but also understand typical behaviors associated with them in that context.
Okay.
Someone walking normally up to the door and dropping something off looks different, behaves differently than someone trying to be sneaky and picking something up that isn't theirs.
Yeah, okay. I could see how that analysis would be key. This really does highlight that shift, doesn't it? From just reactive monitoring
Which is basically just recording based on simple rules.
to something more like proactive awareness.
Yeah.
It sounds like ELLO, with this AI, is designed to actually interpret and reason about what it's seeing.
It's not just seeing, it's trying to understand.
Right.
That's the goal. Right.
Understanding the situation.
Exactly. And that understanding, that interpretation, that's what opens the door to potential prevention, which is, kind of the holy grail here.
Yeah, stopping things before they happen.
Instead of just watching the replay after your package is gone or something worse has occurred, the system might be able to anticipate or deter things. It moves from being just a passive camera
To more of an active guardian. maybe?
that seems to be the idea, a guardian that understands context.
So if we sort of tie this all together,
Mm-hmm.
it really feels like a fundamental change in thinking. We're moving away from needing to manage all these separate apps and drowning in alerts
Mm-hmm. The overwhelm.
towards maybe just asking a simple question and getting a straight answer. It's about getting away from that feeling of being overwhelmed
Mm-hmm.
and actually getting closer to, well, peace of mind.
Knowing your security is working smarter in the background, giving you the important info when you need it, and maybe even stopping problems before they start. Which, it brings up a good question for you listening. What does real peace of mind look like for you when it comes to your home? Is it fewer alerts,
Is it smarter alerts?
more relevant information, or just that feeling that something is genuinely looking out for your home, not just recording passively?
That really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? If
Oh.
you've ever felt that phone buzz, seen the security notification, and just sighed, like, ugh, probably just the cat again.
Or wish there's just an easier way?
Yeah, a simpler, smarter way to know your family's okay, your home's secure, than this kind of approach, like ELLO's, seems aimed right at you.
It sounds like it's for people who've maybe started to, even subconsciously, tune out the noise from traditional system.
Right. And who are looking for something that feels more intuitive, maybe more genuinely helpful,
Almost.
more human in how it works.
It's an interesting thought. Ultimately, looking at these frustrations and then seeing the potential of AI platforms like ELLO, it really makes you reconsider the whole concept of home security.
It's not just about adding more gadgets.
No, it's about intelligence. It's about understanding context. It's about fitting seamlessly into life. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Where else could AI take us beyond simple reactions? How else might it reshape things by offering genuine understanding and proactive help?
That is definitely something to chew on.